HaroonQadir, SDN is a growing Malaysian manufacturer of protective gear, helmets, vests, gloves. The company faced chaos when it relied on spreadsheets and manual processes. Orders fell through cracks, materials ran out unexpectedly, and production schedules clashed. To fix this, HaroonQadir adopted an integrated ERP system covering sales and distribution, SD, materials management, and production planning, PP. Here's how a large order now flows smoothly through forecasting, planning, procurement, production, and delivery using the ERP-driven process. It begins with the monthly sales and operations planning S&OP meeting. The team reviews sales forecasts and current capacity. Mr. Ali, operations manager, says, "Our forecast shows helmet demand rising next quarter. Let's plan to produce 5,000 helmets per month to be ready." They record this forecast in the ERP, aligning demand with production capacity. The system highlights any likely constraints, machine capacity, or material shortages early on so the team can adjust plans. This strategic forecasting and planning ensure the factory is prepared for expected orders. A week later, a major customer places a big order. Mr. Tan, from Johor Construction Company, calls Protec's sales department with an urgent request. Mr. Tan, customer: "Hello, I need to purchase 2,000 safety helmets, and I need them delivered within 1 month. Can your company handle that?" Amy, sales representative: "Hi, Mr. Tan. Thank you for reaching out. Let me check our stock and schedule. We have 500 helmets on hand right now. We can produce the remaining 1,500 within 2 weeks. Yes, we can absolutely meet your 1-month deadline and have all 2,000 helmets delivered by the 28th of this month." Amy quickly enters the order details into the ERP's Sales and Distribution module. The system immediately pulls up pricing and checks inventory and production capacity. Once Mr. Tan confirms the deal, Amy converts the quotation directly into a sales order with 1 click. The ERP reserves the 500 in-stock helmets for this order and schedules production for the remaining 1,500 units. It automatically sets a realistic delivery date, the 28th, based on current lead times, and sends an order confirmation to Mr. Tan. As soon as the sales order is logged, the ERP's demand management function updates the production plan. This large order is combined with the earlier forecast. In an afternoon planning huddle, John, production planner, reviews the revised plan. John, production planner: "Our forecast anticipated high demand, and this order confirms it. The system has adjusted our schedule to include these 2,000 helmets. We must produce the extra 1,500 on time for delivery." The confirmed sales order feeds into the Master Production Schedule, MPS. John uses the ERP to fine-tune the MPS for the helmet product line, planning to produce 1,500 extra helmets over the next 2 weeks. The ERP's capacity planning check shows the assembly line and labor shifts can accommodate this workload. Once satisfied, John finalizes the MPS, and the ERP generates planned production orders for the new helmets aligned with the promised timeline. With the production plan set, HaroonQadir must ensure all necessary raw materials are available. Sarah, materials manager, runs the ERP's Material Requirements Planning, MRP function for helmet orders. MRP takes the updated production orders and the helmet's Bill of Materials BOM to calculate material needs. The system quickly pinpoints a shortfall: ABS plastic, helmet shells, 800 kilograms needed in total, but only 300 kilograms in stock, a deficit of 500 kilograms. Foam padding, chin straps, packaging. Sufficient stock is on hand for these components. The ERP automatically creates a purchase requisition for 500 kilograms of ABS plastic to meet the production requirement. Sarah reviews and approves the requisition. Sarah, materials manager: "We'll need to order 500 kilograms of ABS plastic. Our supplier's lead time is about 1 week. I'll convert this requisition to a purchase order and send it out immediately." With a click, she converts the requisition into a purchase order, PO, to Lee Chemicals SDN, their ABS plastic supplier. The ERP sends the PO to the supplier and records the expected delivery date based on the known lead time. Sarah follows up with the supplier to ensure timely delivery. Sarah, materials manager: "Hello, Mr. Lee. We've placed an order for 500 kilograms of ABS plastic. Can you deliver it by next Tuesday? Mr. Lee, supplier. Hi, Sarah. Yes. We have the stock and will dispatch 500 kilograms by Friday. You'll have it by Tuesday. Sarah. Excellent, thank you. We'll be ready to receive it. Using the ERP's vendor management tools, HaroonQadir keeps suppliers in sync. The system tracks Mr. Lee's promised delivery date and will alert Sarah if there's any delay. It also logs this transaction for supplier performance analytics, on-time delivery, etc. On Tuesday, a truck arrives with the ABS plastic. The warehouse team records a goods receipt in the ERP against the PO. The raw material inventory instantly updates. Adding the 500 kilogram delivery now brings ABS plastic stock to the required 800 kilograms. The system also triggers a quality inspection for the incoming materials. Once the plastic passes the quality check, it's cleared for production use. Everything is now in place to start manufacturing the helmets. With materials available and production orders released, the factory floor springs into action. John converts the planned orders into actual production orders in the ERP, which detail the operations to make the helmets. Each production order includes the BOM components and the routing steps, molding, assembly, quality check, at the required work centers. Ravi, production supervisor. All right, team, we have 1,500 helmets to make in 2 weeks. We'll do 750 this week and 750 next week as scheduled. I'm releasing the first order now. Let's get started. On the shop floor, workers use tablets linked to the ERP to guide their tasks. As manufacturing progresses, the ERP keeps everything coordinated. When workers issue raw materials, ABS plastic, foam pads, straps, from the warehouse to production, the inventory counts update automatically. The production routing appears on each operator's screen. For example, the molding team sees instructions to mold helmet shells for the first batch of 750. After assembly, quality control inspectors check the helmets and mark batches as passed in the system. By the end of week 1, 750 helmets are completed and recorded as finished goods in inventory. The second batch of 750 is finished in week 2, right on schedule. Throughout the process, John monitors production order tracking on his dashboard. If any bottleneck or delay occurred, the ERP would flag it so he could adjust the plan. Fortunately, everything runs smoothly. By the end of the second week, all 1,500 new helmets are produced on time. Now it's time to deliver the completed order. All 2,000 helmets, 500 from stock plus 1,500 produced, are ready to ship. Amy coordinates with Aisha, logistics coordinator, to organize the delivery to Johor Construction Co. Amy, sales rep. Aisha, we promised Mr. Tan he'd have the helmets by the 28th. All 2,000 units are ready in our warehouse. Aisha, logistics. Perfect. I'll schedule the pickup so they arrive on the 28th as committed. Using the ERP's distribution module, Aisha creates a delivery order for the 2,000 helmets linked to Mr. Tan's sales order. The warehouse team picks and packs the helmets into cartons. On the 27th, a truck from Protec's shipping partner arrives and the goods are loaded up. Aisha updates the ERP to mark the order as shipped, which deducts the 2,000 helmets from inventory and generates a delivery document with tracking information. As promised, on the 28th, Johor Construction Co. will receive the helmets. Mr. Tan signs the delivery paperwork, and the ERP records the order as delivered. The system now triggers the billing step, generating the invoice for the 2,000 helmets and sending it to the customer's finance department. A few days later, payment is received. Once Protec's finance team records the payment in the ERP, the order is settled and closed in the system.